Hello and welcome to the Elft Medicine Safety Podcast. Now, normally in these podcasts we take a particular medicine safety incident and talk about it in a bit of detail. But this time, rather than focusing on a specific incident, we're going to talk about incident reporting in general. And we're going to do that by trying to dispel some common myths about incident reporting. So the first myth that we're going to try to dispel together is that incident reporting is not important. So I wonder, Kevin, could you tell us, is it important to report medication incidents, and if so, why?
So it's very important to ensure that patients and service users are receiving safe care. Incident reporting system is one of the ways that we understand what's happening in the system.
Yeah.
Unless staff tell us what's not working, it's impossible for us to make the changes to the system that we need to ensure that our patients receive the best care. So in this respect, for our staff are the eyes and ears of the whole organisation telling us what's happening in the system.
Yeah. So without incident reports, we wouldn't have as good an idea about the problems that are happening in the teams or on the wards.
Yeah, that's certainly the case. So day to day, we know that sort of things don't work always as they should be, and we need to understand why that is, and the incident reporting system is a really integral part of that.
Great, thank you. Then our second myth is that nobody reads incident reports. So Kevin, sometimes people might feel that they write these incident reports, send them off, and then they disappear and nothing happens with them, nobody reads them. So
Sure.
could you tell us maybe what the process is when an incident report is submitted?
Okay, so actually they're read by lots and lots of people. So they come in, they're read by the team, the assurance team, and the manager for the local clinical area has to sign off the data incident report, so they see them. It then comes to myself and Jonathan, who's the chief nurse. So actually we both read all of the medication incidents, and people in the pharmacy team read the incidents. And then we have a grading meeting twice a week where we go through the more serious incidents and we make a decision about what we're going to do in relation to them. So we're going to have a more detailed investigation. Are we going to produce an alert? What are we going to do? So actually, it's read by a number of people all the way up to the top of the organisation.
Great. But different incidents might require different levels of investigation, but ultimately they are all read and acted upon if necessary.
They are, indeed. So it's an important part of my job every day to go through the incidents that the assurance team show me to make sure that I have an understanding of what the problems are that are beginning to emerge in the organisation.
And I guess just to say that serious incidents involving medication are very rare in this organisation.
They are very rare. And when they do happen, they're normally a reflection of a problem in the system rather than a problem with a particular person. And it's our jobs to sort of redesign the system so that they can't happen. So most incidents that are reported around medication result in no harm, but it's really important that we understand those near misses.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. And our third myth then is that nothing ever happens in response to incidents. So people have written them, they've been sent off, they've been read by various people, but then no changes are ever made. Could you dispel this myth for us?
Indeed, I think most of the changes we make around safety and medication are as a result of what we hear from the incident reporting system. So there's a number of things we can do. Sometimes we just communicate directly with the team and that team manager to say, look, this type of thing has happened. I think you need to look at your own local processes.
Yeah.
Or we think, oh gosh, this is a really big risk for us as an organisation, so we make a change to how we do things. So I can think of in the last few years things around insulin which have been brought to our attention because of what's been reported in the incident reporting system. Sometimes we have to make changes to our IT system because of how that's impacted upon medication safety. We put out alerts, we put out bulletins, we have learning lessons, seminars. We do a lot with that.
We have this podcast.
We do a lot.
Yeah, great. And now lots of talk is about QI as well, and ultimately some incident reports might help to inform a QI project.
Yeah, definitely. So If you get a certain type of problem which will sort of respond well to sort of redesign locally, then that's an ideal sort of QI project.
Great, thank you, Kevin. That's the end of this podcast. Thank you all for watching, and if you do need to report a medication error in the meantime, the Datix icon is available on all Trust desktops. Just click that, or it's also available on the homepage of the Trust intranet. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.